And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Syracuse Orange and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Guys?
Okay, Holly. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Syracuse's offense will get first crack at it today. And here comes Steve Angeli. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Miller. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Can they catch him? You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display.
Connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Using his legs, it's Scott. And he's in! Touchdown, North Carolina State! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Miller. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's second and 11. Throwing Angeli. Makes the catch. It's Weaver.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Now here's Steve Angeli. He'll pull it down. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The run inside. It's Scott. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for room, it's Scott. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Now the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. to the air. It's Bailey. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Angeli working that wide receiver screen. At the 45 on his way. A lot of room to the right. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Under fire. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. From the 30-yard line on first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Here's a heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Gets it out quickly. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. NC State quick to the line. Snaps it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in a game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Running inside, it's Miller. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 16, the Duke Blue Devils. And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Bring in the heat. And they got it.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half, get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cuse. And here they come almost all the way back.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Gonna run it. It's Scott. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Sends it back in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback extends the play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Running to the left. Got a little grass. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And back to the air on second down. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Touchdown! Wolfpack! A great catch and run for 6. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And right down the middle.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Steve Angeli looking to take a shot. Makes a deep grab. And a pickup of better than 30 yards. On that completion before the defense brings him down. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Wants to go right back downfield. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
On those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Orange call their 3rd timeout, and that's the last time they can stop the clock. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Plows through the defense.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got his man on the outside. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Caught. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Fires into the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Throwing Angeli. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Here comes the heat. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Angeli. Pocket breaking down. Wide open downfield. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. They are really clicking on just the 4th play of the drive. He wants it all. Touchdown, Syracuse. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, you got the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
The hands team eliminating any potential drama with the onside kick, and the clock is going to run out on this one.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they